Hey everybody, welcome back to Danette's Kitchen. I just wanted to take a little time today to talk about money saving tips and ideas. You know, we're living in a time where everybody says buy, 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 consume, 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 stimulate the economy. And yes, it's important to stimulate the economy, but it's also important to remember your own personal financial needs and what you have in your pocket or your pocketbook or your bank account or savings account or your pickle jar or whatever you may use to save money to meet the needs that you may have. So, there's some things that are good to get at a discount price. Let's face it. Other things, it's better to just pay full price for it so you're not disappointed. But today I just wanted to talk about a few things that you can get at a discounted price. Some of them are what I call knockoffs, and to say knockoff isn't to be offensive or anything, but it's just that I'm saying some of those things are items that look like a more expensive item that still work in the same way and still meet the purpose of that item, but you're paying a whole lot less. Other things, it's better to just go with the full price or see if you can find it on discount. So let's start. Number one, go into a health club. You know, when I started on my health change journey, first I started walking and trying to do as much exercise as I could on my own at home. But then I realized, sometimes for me personally, it's a better motivator to be outside and to be able to go to a place where I'm getting a lot more diversity and variety in my exercise. Now, granted, already my health is starting to improve a lot more because I changed the way I eat, which is why Danette's Kitchen is around anyway. And that exercise also has helped. But for me to be able to go outside and do increased exercises in a variety of situations, it helps me even more. Now, I could just go and walk around the park. I can just go and bike. Those are free things that I can do. Um, when everything opens back up and this whole um, pandemic situation is completely over, there will more than likely be opportunities to go to free Zumba classes at the community center that's very close to me. But everything being how it has been, I'm just cautious and careful about how many people I'm around at one time because I did have the virus myself, and since I have overcome that, I have to be wise in what situations I get myself into. So I like to look and see how many people are there. Is it socially distanced? Is equipment being clean? Because some people are just germ carriers. That sounds terrible, but some people may be sick and not realize that they're sick, and I realize people have different views on this whole situation, but I have to be careful for myself to protect myself and those that I love. So I do still work out at home. I have some of what you call the knockoff things. I've got the stretchy bands and the yoga mat that I can use on the floor in my own place, and I even have a piece that I can hook the back of my bicycle up to and use it as a stationary bike in my home if I didn't want to go out in the community. But I also decided I wanted to have the health club experience because there's a lot more offered there. And there are some health clubs out there that offer amazing deals. First I thought about just going to the Y because then I could swim and do all these other things. But I don't know the health or safety practices at the Y. Not that I'm putting the Y down, I just don't know their cleanliness practices since all of this pandemic stuff has happened. But I do know that it actually costs more to go to the Y. Um, in my area where I live, it costs more to go to the Y than it does to go to the health club that's 2 blocks away, block and a half, 2 blocks away. And then the Y is going to take your money directly out of your bank account, just like the health club will do. But the Y will be taking out $59, $60 a month. You may be able to get a discount if you are considered to be in a lower income status and can prove that, or family with children or receiving public assistance. You may be able to get a lower discount on that price, which would be great. Also, you could get a lower price if, actually, you can go to the Y for free if you are in the age group for silver sneakers. Now, I am a little older. I am over 50, let's say 55 plus, but I'm not old enough for silver sneakers. Silver sneakers makes the Y free for those that are considered of retirement age, 62 and above, which is awesome because then that means they have the tracks, they have the gym, the indoor gym and walking track or running track. They have the weight rooms, they've got the swimming pools, they've got the showers, they've got the whole kit and caboodle. YMCA and YWCA. If you're 62 and over. Free. That is a good deal. That is worth the cost. But since I'm not quite there yet, I had to look for other options because I didn't want to have to pay $59 a month. Let's be honest. And the fee to join, which is an added thing. So I chose a health club that was a block and a half down the street from there. $1 to join, $10 a month to be able to come in and use all of their weight equipment and their treadmills and all of that. But if I wanted to upgrade myself to being a Black Card member, which I did, of course, it cost me nothing initially to upgrade because I had already joined while it was under the $1 joining fee and $10 a month. So they said, oh, we'll upgrade you. We'll charge you anything that first month. You'd be just riding free. And then starting in June, you pay less than $25 a month. And I could bring a guest with me. Now, how awesome is that? And I can use the Hydra massage, which you can either lay down or you can sit up in a chair after you've done your workout, and you get this amazing water massage that makes you feel like 10,000 bucks. Sanitize everything back down, pack up your stuff, and go. But while I was in there the first time, I've been a few times already. First time I was in there, I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. And I was glad that I did upgrade. I upgraded when I got there that first time because it's set up where I can use my phone to check on how many people are in that location at any given time. And when the meter shows how many people are in the location, then I could say, okay, there's a very small number of people in the location, so I think I'll just go now. Get my time in and get out. Because it's better for my comfort level, and I know going in that their machines, they still have all their machines in there, but they have several machines blocked off so that you're automatically socially distanced 6 feet or more apart from the people on the next machine. Everyone's wearing a mask. That's fine by me. I get it that people don't want to have to wear masks and all of that business, which they can do that outside or whatever. But in there, at least there's a little bit of a realm of safety, and the cleanliness is awesome. And being able to use that Hydra massage is super awesome. But I was like, after that first time, I was like, man, I could be listening to some music while I'm working out. I could, turn on my Spotify account or something and be checking out something. Went up to the front desk and I was like, okay, they've got water bottles. They've got t-shirts and they've got headphones. I was like, how much are those headphones up there? And the girl behind the desk was like, do you really want to know? And I thought, okay, I think I'm going to wait until I'm done, walk out of this door, go next door, walk in that door to the Dollar Tree and get me some headphones. Because are those headphones that they have there going to make me become a superhero? No. They're going to transmit the music and the sound from my cell phone to in my ear so that I can listen to a podcast or music or whatever and get my workout on and feel relaxed and wonderful. Why would I want to pay $10 for those headphones that are just headphones when I could pay $1 at the Dollar Tree for these headphones that do the same thing? In fact, I bought a couple of packs of these so that if one wears out, then I'll have a second one. If this one wears out, I just go buy some more. Next door to the workout place at the Dollar Tree. Water bottles. $1 at the Dollar Tree. Much more than that if you get it from where you're working out. Unless they're offering it as a free promotional item to get you to join or upgrade or blah, blah, blah. If it ain't free, I think I'll take my $1 water bottle. In fact, this one I didn't even get from the dollar store. This one says Hail Hydrate. I got it from the sci-fi convention where I was a volunteer. So that was a freebie. Worth it. Call that a life hack or whatever you want to, but that was very much worth it. Another thing, coming home. There are so many things that we need and we do all the time. And, you've got all these commercials on TV or you go in the stores and you're seeing all this stuff. And it's like, wow, I would love to have that. But that's way out of my budget. I'd love to have that. That's hundreds of dollars. Well, what did I decide to do? Checking out some things online, looking on Amazon. And although I would love to have the more expensive brand, I bought the Clean Robot on Amazon, which is a knockoff of the more expensive brand. I believe you all know what the more expensive brand is that I'm talking about, that goes around and vacuums your floor and sweeps and mops and all of that, depending on which product that you get, which level of the product that you get. The one that just does the vacuuming, like this one, is usually like $100, between $100 to $150. I got this for, I believe it was $49. Worth it. It does vacuum. You charge it up, put it on the floor, hit the button and turn it on, and it'll roll around just like the more expensive brand, bumping into walls and everything until everything is cleaned up, including cat hair. It'll suck all that hair and stuff up, and you just clear out the filter, and you're good, and you're ready to start over again, let it charge up. But it's not a fancy name brand. But it works. So if it works, for me anyway, why would I spend more if it works? I might as well just work with what I have, because that is good. No, it's not going to scrub my wooden floors and all of that. It's not going to make my bed and leave a mint on the pillow, but I don't care about all that. I care that this will vacuum up my floor, because then I can go back and mop later, but it will vacuum. This Clean Robot will vacuum and suck all the stuff off my floor. So this is what I call a 5-star review. I prefer that knockoff, just like I prefer these headphones as a knockoff. And you know, you can even get some of these kind of things when the state fair opens back up again. They give these away at some of those booths at the state fair, especially if there's an AARP booth where you fill out a survey, or if there is a booth from a radio station or whatever. This is some of the freebies that they give away at the state fair. I like going to the state fair and carrying a little empty bag with me and being able to pick up the freebies that really are helpful to me, because then that saves me money. I don't have to spend money on something that I will definitely use. Next knockoff item. You know, everyone's talking prepare, prepare, prepare. Even me, I'm saying prepare, prepare, prepare. Well, here's another way you can prepare. If the power goes out, which I've talked about often, I've talked about my experiences of moving to the city, and within a week of being in my new home, the power going out, getting knocked out because of the straight line winds that hit the tree, that hit the power line, and put all the power out for a week. And I was just kind of like stuck in the dark with tea light candles. Food all went bad, so on and so forth. Which is why I prep. That's why I keep dehydrated food, dried beans, so on and so forth. And you might be thinking, well, if the power goes out, how are you going to use those dried beans? Well, because I have a little camp stove now. One of those little camping stoves that you can buy at Kmart or Target. You can have that. Take it outside to prepare your meal. If the power has gone out, you know, it's something that you're able to do. But if the power does go out, don't open your refrigerator unless you absolutely need something. I hope you have a backup water supply or a good filtration system, because those things are also essential. Because if the power goes out, it might affect your water supply as well, as we've seen happen in Detroit and, well, not Detroit, but other parts of Michigan and other places around the world. And, you know, there are people that talk about the big fancy power supply packs for emergency generators or whatever. And if you have a house, yeah, an emergency generator would be nice, but I live in a condo. So, will an emergency generator help me in a condo? Where am I going to put it at? So, I have a backup power supply. And some people talk about the Jackery, and I did check on the Jackery, and it looks pretty cool. They have very different offerings on that, and the prices kind of go up in stair steps. But then I looked at other brands too, because, you know, I like to keep as much as my money as I can in my pocket to pay my bills. You know, trying to keep things right so that I can keep a decent credit score, continually paying my bills on time, doing what I need to do. So, but I did want to have some emergency backup power. So what I did was I bought Dr. Prepare. You can also find this on Amazon. You know, it has an AC outlet. It has a couple of spots for USB plugs. And there's even one for a USB-C, which is more like what you would use if you had an Apple product, you know, because it's rounder. It doesn't, you know, round and smaller. It also has some different input and 12-volt output. And you charge it up. It'll show you how much charge is still on it. See, it's pretty full right now. But when it charges up, it will work all night, basically. But one of the other nice features it has on it has lights on the side. So, and you can make it so that they blink, like if you're in an emergency and you're trying to get someone's attention, or you can strobe it. So, pretty cool. And one thing that's different about this from the Jackery, and the Jackery, like I said, is probably a pretty good product because uh, Van Life, Weirdos Unite. Chrome actually uses the Jackery, and he says a lot of wonderful things about it. And he's in a van, so that would help him to have more of a power supply to be able to make it through all night. The reason that I chose the Dr. Prepare is because this little box is strong enough to work a CPAP machine or BiPAP machine all night. So that's pretty cool. That means that power goes out, stuff hits the fan, you still are able to utilize some life support all night and have that light situation where you can use that till you can find other light situations or whatever. And it's so small that it literally fits in my lunch bag. See that? Fits right in there. So I actually have 2 of those lunch bags, and I got them for free. I'm very much into saving money whenever I can. I got 2 lunch bags for free. I got one, and then another time I was able to get another one, spinning the wheel of fabulous prizes. Something that was going on at work, and I was like, well, I have 2 lunch bags, and then I thought about it. Well, this actually fits in there. There are other people that have power supplies that are like big enough to be in size like a sewing machine. I don't need that. I'm in a condo. I'm in a smaller space, just me and the cat. This is what I need, and this will meet my needs, and it costs me a lot less, and it works. If it works and meets your needs, and you can save some cash on it, to me, this is a win-win because it pays for itself very quickly because of those factors. Same as the headphones, earbuds, whatever you want to call them. Same as the Clean Robot from Amazon. Well, I hope that these few little tips are helpful to you. Another time I can talk about some other cost-saving tips. We need to get back into preparing some food. The weather, I think, is changing enough where it's not going to snow anymore so that we can start doing some in the garden videos. It's been difficult because, one day it's 70, the next day it's 20 degrees outside. And we want whatever we produce to be successful and to flourish. So, thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll hit that like button if this has been at least helpful to you in any way. Share the video with other people that you know might benefit from it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button because, that makes the YouTube algorithm happy and it helps the video be shared with more people. And if it can help other people, isn't that what it's all about? Helping yourself, yes, but helping other people is very awesome. So you take care, and I hope that you have a great night, and I will see you again next time.